Hi everybody and welcome to another Movie Hooker YouTube video. Today I want to be talking about what just played, at Sundance International Film Festival at their prestigious midnight section. As I said before in a previous video, uh, if you make it into Sundance Film Festival in any way, you know that your film is going to be good. So we're guaranteed to have a good list of horror movies, and hopefully I'm going to hook you up with some future viewing. That is my job today. There's my ducks. I don't know, you're definitely not hearing them because I've got a mic here, but my ducks aren't impressed that I'm awake and talking and not going out and feeding them. Anyway, let's fucking stop talking about ducks. Right, so today, number one at the Sundance Midnight section is a movie called Rebirth. It is from the USA. Director and screenwriter Laura Moss and Brendan J. O'Brien. The plot reads: a single mother and childless morgue technician are bound together by their relationship to a little girl they have reanimated from the dead. Already sold. Right, so that sounds really, really good. First time I'm hearing about this one too as well. So have a look here. Birth. There it is. Rebirth. Oh, that really cool poster. Okay, so it reads here as well. There's a bit of a different plot. A morgue technician successfully reanimates the body of a little girl, but to keep her breathing, she will need to harvest biological materials from pregnant women. What? When the girl, it doesn't say what, by the way. When the girl's mother, a nurse, discovers her baby alive, they enter into a deal that forces them down a dark path of no return. Okay, it's really quite. I know, like a lot of people hate the rating system on IMDb here, but I think this is pretty solid information to go by at the minute, because these are pretty much just critic reviews. We haven't had every arsehole, on there. Like, anybody can write a review on IMDb, so I would always say just make up your own mind. But because this is just played at Sundance and it's not really released to the public, it's got a pretty high score, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So it's from Laura Moss and written by Laura Moss and Brendan J. O'Brien, and it's called Rebirth. And it's, as I said, a pretty cool poster. Let me see now where we'll go on to number two of the midnight film section. Okay, In My Mother's Skin. I've covered this one before because it is one of my most anticipated movies of 2023 already. It is directed and written by Kenneth Dagatan. It is from the Philippines, and it is a traditional folklore horror, which I'm all over. Love it. As I said before, I was just so impressed when I woke up one morning and just seen this still. It was like first image from Kenneth Dagatan's In My Mother's Skin. And I was like, holy shit, that looks beautiful. Before I even knew it was about flesh-eating fairies, I was already hypnotically drawn to the beauty of the just one still. So the plot for In My Mother's Skin. Oh yeah, I also got the press release for this, and it's going to be arriving on Prime. Probably Prime United States, not Prime Ireland, UK, because like, why would we want to see it, Okay. Stranded in the Philippines during World War II, a young girl finds that her duty to protect her dying mother is complicated by her misplaced trust in a beguiling, flesh-eating fairy. And I heard some stuff about this now. Let's go to IMDb here and see what the crack is with this one. Right, so In My Mother's Skin. Yeah, I have heard some reviews, some Sundance reviews, and people are saying it's like pretty damn bloody. And I'm like, yay. Because I wasn't really expecting it to be bloody, but I love, traditional folklore horror. And yeah, they're always fun, finding out the actual beliefs and the legends and the myths that all this stuff is actually based on. So anyway, In My Mother's Skin is currently sitting with 7 critic reviews and It's at 6.5, which is still very, very good. I don't want to read any of the critic reviews or anything. But yeah, okay, so we can just move on to the next one. That's In My Mother's Skin, from Kenneth Dagatan. So number 3 is, okay, Infinity Pool. We've heard a lot about this one already. I'll try and keep this one quick. I do know that they've tried to cut this movie, and listen, you just don't fucking cut Brandon Cronenberg. You know what I mean? You just don't cut Cronenberg. Like, that movie is already, you know, it's already made for adults, and like, it just annoys me anyway. But yeah, they have cut it, and apparently Brandon Cronenberg isn't so happy about it. So I would highly recommend, if you haven't seen this movie, to make sure when you do see it that you're not watching the cut to shit version. You want the Cronenbergian chaos and the mayhem and all the blood-soaked violence. Anyway, for Infinity Pool, and it also stars, I'd say, the biggest scream queen from the last few years, but she's definitely more than a scream queen. She is a phenomenal actress, and that's Mia Goth, and she's really recently been making waves with X and Pearl, and what's the last one hasn't been released yet, Maxine, I think you call it. So she is great. So she stars in it, and she stars in it with Alexander Skarsgård. I've also started seeing some promotional marketing for this as well, and it's just Mia Goth in a leather dress and Alexander Skarsgård on his knees with a leash, and they're going to premieres like that with a dog collar on. So like, Mia Goth's taking Alexander Skarsgård for a walk down the red carpet, if that is a thing with Cronenberg movies. Okay, so the plot. Okay, it stars Alexander Skarsgård, Mia Goth, and Cleopatra Coleman. The plot for Infinity Pool reads: James and Em are enjoying an all-inclusive beach vacation when a fatal accident exposes the resort's perverse subculture of hedonistic tourism, reckless violence, and surreal horrors. That just sounds amazing to me. I'm all over that. And yeah, as I say, just make sure when you're watching this that you're actually watching the real one and not the cut the shit one. So that is Infinity Pool. And just like every other Cronenberg movie, the posters released for this as well are just such good filmmaking, such good, graphic design. I love everything about Brandon Cronenberg, who, as you know, is the son of David Cronenberg. And yes, like, he's taken his dad's weirdness. You could never really compare David Cronenberg to anybody, but you can compare Brandon Cronenberg to David Cronenberg. And that's, again, 1 in a million. And not that Brandon Cronenberg is copying his father. He's just got the same, like, they have the same mind. He's very much stands on his own 2 feet, in regards to filmmaking and storytelling. But yeah, the Cronenbergs are just, they're so unique. That's why you shouldn't fucking cut David Cronenberg, Brandon Cronenberg, or David Lynch. David Lynch as well. Or David Hasselhoff, or David Attenborough. Maybe David Hasselhoff. I don't know. Right, okay, next up is a Canadian horror movie, directed by Jacqueline Castell and screenwriter Jay Matthews, and it is called My Animal. Heller, an outcast teenage goalie in a small northern town, falls for newcomer Johnny, an alluring but tormented figure skater. As their relationship deepens, Heller's growing desires clash with her darkest secret, forcing her to control the animal within. Okay, we have a new werewolf movie, by the sounds of things. Or just maybe she's just an animal in other ways. I don't know. But this definitely sounds like we have a new werewolf movie, a Canadian werewolf movie. When's the last Canadian werewolf movie? I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to say Ginger Snaps. I'm probably well wrong. That's way too long. Way too long. What did you call that? My Animal. Let's see what this one's is like. Okay, this is sitting at 8.2 with 10 critic reviews and 1 user review. So again, this is really high. So this is going to be awesome. That is called My Animal. And yeah, Jacqueline Castell, director, writer Jay Matthews, stars Bobby Salvador Manez, Amandla Stenberg, and Heidi Von Pulaski. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to some releasing for that. And always love to hear about new werewolf movies because we just don't have enough of them. And yeah, it's always great to hear about them. So yeah, that's called My Animal, and it is currently sitting at 8.2 on IMDb, and it's a Canadian werewolf movie by the sound of things, but I can't confirm that. Okay, excuse me. Right, okay, next up we have, how the fuck do you say that? Onyx. Onyx. I'm going to say Onyx. Onyx the Fortuitous and the Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. What an awesome title. I'm already sold on that cool title already. Okay, so it reads, this is from director, screenwriter, and producer Andrew Boyser. And it reads, Onyx joins a group of fellow occultists to attend a dark ritual at the mansion of their idol, Bartok. Oh, he already sounds evil. Bartok already sounds evil. Suspecting Bartok's nefarious, told you. Suspecting Bartok's nefarious intentions, Onyx is suddenly immersed in a world of monsters, mystery, and mayhem. Lovecraftian 101, this sounds like. And I can confirm that it's probably 100% Lovecraftian because it has the great Jeffrey Combs co-starring in it. And as you already know, Jeffrey Combs has starred in a lot of H.P. Lovecraft adaptations, but is most famously known for his role as Dr. Herbert West in The Reanimator, The Reanimator 2, and I'm not sure if he's in Bride of the Reanimator, and I think that's it, is it? Is it Bride of the Reanimator? Oh, geez, I need to stop. But yeah, Jeffrey Combs co-stars in it, and also stars Andrew Boyser, Olivia Taylor-Dudley, Ralph Ineson, Rivka Reyes, T.C. Carson, and it was its world premiere. And yeah, so that is Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. What an awesome title. Again, I'm going to actually copy this title because I'll be thinking all day typing this on the IMDb, and we'll see what the International Movie Database has to say about this. So we are at 6.5 with 7 critic reviews and 5 user reviews. Okay. Okay, so the plot reads here. It's a comedy horror, obviously, because it sounds the title sounds like it is a comedy, or you're a death metal album. So, fledgling occultist Onyx and a group of worshippers attend a once-in-a-lifetime ritual at their idol, Bartok the Great. Okay, Bartok the Great, so definitely evil. Bartok the Great's mansion, so that sounds a lot of fun. As I said, sounds real Lovecraftian. And yeah, can't wait to hear more about that. And that is Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. Great name. So, let me see what next. Okay, this is new. This is from the UK. The next one up is called Polite Society. Director, screenwriter, Nida Manzoor. Aspiring martial artist Ria Khan believes she must save her older sister Lena from her impending marriage. With the help of her friends, Rhea attempts to pull off the most ambitious of all wedding heists in the name of independence and sisterhood. Okay, sounds really interesting. Doesn't sound very midnight section. Let me see. Doesn't sound very midnight section at all. Still sounds good, low. And if it made it into the midnight section, it's gotta be a horror. Let's just say an action comedy. Okay, maybe it's just a really crazy action movie. I could see that you can actually check out the trailer for this Onyx, or it's not Onyx, sorry, Polite Society on the IMDb. It just starts playing. Rhea Khan believes that she must save her. Right, okay, I've already done that. Said that. This is sitting at 7.8. Okay, so that's very high with 17 critic reviews and 1 user review. So the 1 user review, the headline is Polite Society Unleashes Real Comic Fun. So yeah, this actually sounds like it could be a lot of fun. So it's made it into the midnight section, so it must be like a crazy comedy. And yeah, I'm intrigued by that one now. Probably this one and the monsters, the Onyx and the Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. I've got that name down now. Okay, so that's Polite Society, and it's going to be an action comedy from the UK, so it sounds really good. Sounds awesome. Next up is a movie from Australia, director Dana Reid and screenwriter Hannah Kent, and it is called Run, Rabbit, Run. Am I still on here? These little mics are great, man. I'm not paid to say that or anything, but they're actually pretty awesome. Anyway, as a fertility doctor, this is called Run, Rabbit, Run. As a fertility doctor, Sarah has a firm understanding of the cycle of life. However, when she is forced to make sense of the increasingly strange behavior of her young daughter, Sarah must challenge her own beliefs and confront a ghost from her past. Cast as Sarah Nook, Lily Latour, Damon Harriman, Greta Sachi, and it was the world premiere. So that's called Run, Rabbit, Run. Let's see what it says on the old International Movie Database. Run, Rabbit, Run. Okay. This is currently the lowest out of all the movies, sitting at 6.0, with 17 critic reviews and 2 user reviews. Sometimes I pull numbers out of my head. Like, I don't know where I got 5 out of when it said 2. Sometimes my brain. Okay, right. So there's 2 user reviews, both the headlines. 9 out of 10 for one of them, and Sarah Snook is a tour de force. And the other one is 4 out of 10. Run, Rabbit, Run has an interesting concept, but it didn't take full advantage of it. Listen, 6 is still an extremely good score for IMDb. So, and as I say, it's all based on mainly on critic reviews. So it's still a good score. That's Run, Rabbit, Run, and that is from Australia. Let me see. Okay, so next up we have another Australian movie. 2 movies from Australia. And this is called Talk to Me. Director and screenwriter Danny Philippou. It's a cool name. Screenwriter Michael Philippou. Screenwriter Bill Hinsman. When a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using an ancient embalmed hand, they become hooked on the new thrill until one of them goes too far and opens the door to the spirit world. That sounds pretty awesome as well. Let's go to IMDb. Talk to Me. I'm pretty sure there's other movies yet called Talk to Me. 2007. Yeah, I was right. Okay, this is sitting at 8.4. I think this is actually the highest ranked movie so far. This is sitting at 8.4 with 15 critic reviews. And 4 user reviews. Okay, the plot reads the same. When a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using an embalmed hand, they become hooked on the new thrill until one of them goes too far and unleashes terrifying supernatural forces. Okay, there's 4 user reviews. We'll quickly have a look at this. 9 out of 10 Sundance review. Okay. That one, first one was, I'm not getting into the reviews, 9 out of 10. Second one was a 10 out of 10. The best Australian horror ever made, apparently. Okay, let's have a little look into this. You see, some of these you just don't know. You know, who are these people writing these reviews? But I love Australian horror anyway as well, you know, so I'm just going to go. And as I say, it's in Sundance midnight section, so it's already pretty damn good. So, the best Australian horror ever made. I saw this film twice at the Adelaide Her Majesty's Theatre screening, and the following day at the Palace Nova. Danny and Michael are some of the most talented and driven filmmakers on the planet. What they managed to achieve with COVID restraints and smaller end budget was incredible. Yeah, this sounds a little bit too formulaic, and I'm going to say that's someone involved in the film maybe that's writing. But anyway, every single one of these reviews, out of the 4, one's 9 out of 10, and the other 3 are 10 out of 10. The other one's saying best movie produced in quite a while, best horror movie produced in quite a while, and 10 are the other one, and an original and clever horror that definitely keep you up at night. So that's definitely one to look forward to as well. So, and a severed and bombed hand, raising spirits and opening up the door to the spirit world, and it's Australian, so yes, sign me up, because usually we get Australian movies, they're just, you know, they're very little supernatural comes out of Australia. It's all real, you know, fucking Bleakville, you know, like Snowtown Murders or The Loved Ones and Wolf Creek, Storm Warning. I'm probably missing loads there, but yeah, Australian movies they're brilliant, but they're just known for their bleakness, and that's why I love them as well. So that's Talk to Me. Really looking forward to that as well. I'm really looking forward to all these. Give me them all, please. I want them all now. Oh, guys, we've reached the end of the Sundance International Film Festival midnight section list. I'm just going to quickly run through them all again. So, they're fresh in your head. First one up was Rebirth from the USA. Second one was In My Mother's Skin from the Philippines, which is confirmed to release on Prime later in the year, probably USA Prime and not Irish or UK as usual. That is In My Mother's Skin. Next up is Infinity Pool from Brandon Cronenberg, and that is Canadian. My Animal, another Canadian movie and potential werewolf movie. This has scored extremely high on IMDb with a lot of critic reviews as well. So definitely looking forward to that. That is My Animal. And here we go. My favorite one to pronounce, Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. And that's from the USA, and it's director, screenwriter, and producer Andrew Bowser. I'm going to say Bowser because that's how I pronounce the dragon dude from Super Mario. And next up after that is Polite Society, and that is the UK. That is an action comic book inspired movie about some woman who wants to save her sister from a marriage. And it sounds completely like something that shouldn't be in the Film Fest midnight section, but if it's there, it's guaranteed to be crazy and one to watch out. Next up is Run Rabbit Run. This is the lowest rated movie of all the ones on IMDb, but it's still scored really high, and I would really encourage you to go and check it out and make up your own mind once it comes available to watch. And that's from Australia, and that is director Diana Reid. And then the last but not least is Talk to Me, and that's from Australia, about an abandoned hand that summons evil spirits, and one becomes a crack hand addict, and summons one too many spirits and opens up a door to the spirit world, and that sounds great as well. I think Onyx and Talk to Me are my favorite from that list now. They all sound great. and in my mother's skin. Listen, I can't choose, actually. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. That is the Sundance International Film Festival video done. I'm sorry I didn't get it done sooner, but I do hope I've hooked you up with some fine viewing, some fine future viewing, because I think all these sound really, really good. So add them all to your watch list for 2023. And listen, if you like the video and you haven't subscribed, then hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't notice anything when I upload it. And again, guys, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, cheers. Until next time. Thanks. Bye.